This is Feature Minor. So planets are a religious belief system. And so most people don't realize that each day of the week is named after a planet, and each planet is associated with a god, well, a pagan god, I should say. So really, each day of the week is honoring a pagan god. So with that being connected to planets, that means planets are actually a religious belief system. And everything we know about planets has been manipulated, and people have came to believe that planets are solid objects in the sky. And I address why people believe planets are solid objects in my new video called Planets Are Not What You Were Told. I cover that and a whole lot more. And I also go into detail about how planets are actually connected to the fallen ones and the wandering stars. So they were originally called wandering stars. That's why you don't see the word planet in the Bible. But there is a passage in the book of Enoch that discusses how wandering stars had fell out of place, and they fell into an area now where they are not allowed to be with the other stars. So I want to know, do you realize when you look up in the sky, does it look to you like planets are lower than the other stars in the sky? I think that is something that I would like to look more into, because according to my observations, it does appear that the so-called planets are actually lower than the other stars. So that would add some credibility to that passage. So if we can observe that with our own eyes, then there is something to that, obviously. So we've been told that planets are very far away, but they're really not that far away. I've concluded that there's different layers of the firmament based on my research when it comes to the book of Abraham, well, the apocryphal book of Abraham and the apocryphal book of Enoch. So a lot of these apocryphal books cover more detail about the firmament than we can find in that modern Bible with the canon that the Roman Catholics were involved in compiling. So they excluded a lot of different books, and these other books actually go into much more detail about these so-called planets and the layers of the firmament and stuff like that. So I've come to the conclusion, based on my research, that it looks like planets are at a different layer of the firmament above. And according to the book of Enoch, they're waiting for their appointed time to where they will be judged for their wrongdoing. And like I said, they fell out of place with the other stars. They didn't come forth at their appointed time with the other stars. The other stars are on a set path where you can time them, and you know exactly where they're going to be, at what time they're going to be. And they said the planets kind of fell away from that. So that's why they are called the wandering stars. And so these planets that people think you can land on are actually, they're celestial objects that are associated with worship to the pagan entities. And that's kind of interesting that it's right in our face like that, with the days of the weeks and how they are connected to different planets. So is that an act of worship, or is that honoring these planets? Why are they honoring these planets? Why is that ingrained into our daily life like that without us even really realizing that? What's so important about these planets to where they would name each day of the week after them and be associated with pagan entities? And so this goes to show that, look, this world is being deceived, and the heliocentric model itself is a form of worship to the pagan gods. And they want to say that these planets are revolving around the sun, so it's a form of sun worship as well. So all this is ingrained into the solar system model. So all these science-loving people who are saying that they are atheists and agnostics, well, they are actually a part of a religion when they are believing in this solar system model, and they don't even realize it. It's right in their face, you know. And They think, well, that's just what these planets are named after. They're just named after pagan gods, and that's no big deal, they think. But really, I mean, it's very suspicious, and there has to be something to it. So, yeah, like I said, I'm going to leave a link in the comment section and description box so you can check out my Planets Are Not What You Were Told video. Check that out. It's a very good, well put together video that you can share with your friends and family. I was able to produce this video thanks to the support that I've received from my patrons and members. And so if you would like to help me produce more videos like that, more documentary style videos, slideshow format, I'll leave a link in the comment section and description box. You can donate as little as $1, and that will help me get much more videos like that out instead of these podcast style videos all the time. So I really appreciate that. So yeah, I also leave a link to my other channels, my social media, my Feed Your Mind store, my free email newsletters, and much more. Thank you for tuning in. This has been Feed Your Mind, signing off.